Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gamestah Heroes of the Storm Ember Series. It is time for round 3, and we have got the Dragonninjas going up against the Gaming Gladiators. First time we're seeing either of these teams tonight. Gaming Gladiators, Ember Series veterans. Just going to give all the viewers a quick update of the scores. On the top of the leaderboard, tied for first place, we do have KSDOANZ and the Ice Bold Appreciation Fan Club yet to drop a game. They're actually playing each other this round, so we'll be up to date with those scores as soon as they finish very, very soon. But this time, it's all about Dragonninjas and Gaming Gladiators, Skimmy and Starving. I believe the draft is underway.
Yeah, definitely. We're just waiting on... Oh, no, we're not.
Mate, it's all about the Kitfox. You got to believe. Have faith, my friend.
Mate, I have faith in Kitfox. It's just like after, a couple of weeks, we had a couple of delays. This week, you've been so crisp. The viewers, crisp. The players, crisp. And, everything's just fitting together nicely.
You sound like a politician, mate, and I like it. Just bring out the words. They want to hear them, mate. Tell them the policies.
Everything has been running very smoothly.
So it has been, in all honesty.
I have to thank everyone for that,
Yep.
Of course, steering away from what happened the other week. We don't want to harp about that too much. We want to move on positively.
But it has been very positive. Erased. I don't even remember what happened last week, mate.
Exactly. So, it's been a fantastic day today so far.
Our producer actually might be tucked into bed before midnight. So, bless his wee heart.
Needs his grandpa sleep.
So, I do like him a lot. But, the bans of the maps are happening.
Here we go. We've gone full circle. I never would imagine we'd see Garden Terror, but it's here.
It's here.
One of the most banned, hated maps, but as a result of this patch, I think I saw statistics somewhere that the games have actually dropped in timing about 10%, which doesn't really seem too much, but I suppose in the grand scheme of things, that's quite big.
Yeah, definitely. So, look at that, though. The first ban coming out from Dragonninja's side is, of course, Sylvanas. So, the reason why this is so strong, Skimmy, is because when they pick up that first terror, of course, it's very strong in its own right, but with Sylvanas there as well can make it so much more detrimental. So,
and these seem to be the go-to ban Starving as a result of this new patch. Sylvanas, Zagara, Fausta, to name a few. I feel like we're going to see a lot of those being either taken away straight away for bans or for picks. But, it's Dragonninjas who have been under a few different names. They were once known as Fusion, not to be confused with Fission, but they've gone full circle with their names too. Not to be confused with Ninja, the player himself, but they've gone for Li Ming. And now Gaming Gladiators with the same team, the same name, and have 2 picks of their very own.
Yeah, definitely. So they did ban out the Zagara first. Very strong on this map. Such a large map, and you can be very aggressive with your lap presence. Of course, she's been banned out first every time this week in the Ember Series, week 6. No one keen to play against her in scrims. Of course, the Niners being so strong, but Gaming Gladiators come back strong with their global pressure and say, indeed, for the 3rd time tonight, you're going to see yet another foul stat.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the foul stat, arguably a counter to the ETC, because ETC already at times suffers in terms of trying to figure out when is the best time to mosh. Especially with that gust in the mix, you're thinking, well, I need to have that down before I can gust, or I need to actually secure my mosh onto him solely to interrupt that one. But, Greymane, absolutely solid pick. Hasn't changed a bit. He's been taken in. And, they've gone for the Zol as well, which is what they're currently hovering. So, not too surprising.
Yeah, definitely. So, look at that. Very, very nice bans there and very nice picks. So, Zul was played very fantastically last game. Caviar managing to pick up the MVP last game. So remember to look out for the MVPs of each game. You know what to do by now, hopefully.
And whilst we have this quick moment in the draft as they go for the bans, remind the viewers, we have those 2 Anubarak skins to give away.
Yeah,
both will be drawn before the very final game.
Yeah. So stick around before
every game is going to be a best of 1 tonight. So we're going to be running it nice, clean, and Huckington towards the very end, but I'm hoping we have no tiebreaker. I'm hoping it goes straight on through to that grand final. Give yourself some skins, give some players a chance to win some headsets, and enjoy some quality ANZ heroes.
Of course, I want to thank on the behalf of all of us, Plantronics, for your HD 500 headset. They dished it out to us, and we're like, "Yep, there you go." So we're going to
Blizzard ANZ for the skins.
Blizzard ANZ for
Bless
the skins,
hearts.
and Blizzard ANZ for the game that we're playing. I guess I feel like we couldn't get past it. And thank you to all viewers tuning in today. Bless your hearts. You're making mine well right now.
It's tingling.
I'm going to tear up.
It's tingling a wee bit, but what's also tingling is the hovering of this pick right now. They've gone for the Karazim, a great support right now, arguably considered the best. But I suppose there's no other option when Rhaego and Oof have been taken off the board. Karazim is looking very, very attractive. Where do they go from here? They still need a tank. And they still arguably need a melee bruiser unless they consider Greymane to be fitting off that role. But they're down to 50 seconds in their time pool.
Yeah, people actually opting to get, get way more amongst Karazim these days, feeling a lot more comfortable with that mechanic rather than the Divine Shield, going with the Divine Palm. And, whereas in the past, people didn't really find it, as influential in the game in the current meta. But, Stitch is being hovered on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Very, very interesting pick indeed. Quite a large map as well, quite a couple of walls you can hook over and that sort of carry on, get a couple of good picks. But, and wow, Lunara being hovered for the side of Dragonninja. So we've seen just recently how aggressive Lunara can be. But, they're making me eat my words. They lock in the Malfurion. Also very, very strong, synergizes quite well with Li Ming. But look at that. They do actually lock in the Lunara in the end. What a team comp. Look at that.
Yeah, pretty disgusting if I do say so myself. Malfurion, a great support all round, but tends to fall down the pecking order. He's going to see a bit of play this time around now with about 40 seconds left on the clock for Gaming Gladiators to decide this 5th and final pick. They're going to run Stitch as a solo tank. They're going to use Tychus after seeing what it did last game, and hopefully to the same avail as well. Now, looking at these two team comps, it's Garden of Terror, the longest game map that I personally have ever seen. You're looking at these two different rosters from your personal experiences. What would you be preferring?
I mean, they're both quite strange, really, just looking at them. So I would just have to say, from my past experiences, I would have to say that Dragonninjas, they're looking pretty strong. We did see so much strong Lunara play in the past.
Yep.
And towards the later stages of the game, she can be really aggressive against melee. So I'm thinking, Tychus, Stitches, they might have a bit of a rough time. They don't have the strongest healing. But, it's really going to have to wait and see on this one, Skimmy. It's not something that you usually see every day.
I feel as if Lunara's going to have a field day, especially given the amount of melee that's on Gaming Gladiators. If she definitely plays the old Bambi style to a T, then she's going to be jumping around, dishing out poison wherever she needs to. Li Ming's going to have a great time too. Finish off those low HP targets, get those resets, and, have a field day because it's on a field map.
Indeed, I'm just really intrigued to see how this one plays out here. But make sure that you're tuning in, and we'll pass back to Kitfox and make sure that if he has anything more to mention before we get stuck into this game.
That's right, boys. How about this? Shout out to our viewers, our audience. Thank you. We have hit 87 viewers. How about that, boys? Keep it climbing, doing a great job. But how about this team comp? I'm loving some stitches from the Gaming Gladiators, but we can't count out Dragonninja. You did call it, Skinny. Lunara is just going to play all Bambi Leap all over the field. Very melee-heavy centric Gaming Gladiators. But I don't know. I think Dragonninjas is my nomination for this one. Who do you think is going to take this one out?
To be honest, mate, I'm thinking Dragonninjas as well, purely because of Lunara. It's been so aggressive in the past.
I feel definitely if the Lunara does the job well, then that alone will carry them with the momentum. But
they've got so much other aggressive stuff to follow up with,
not to take away from it. I mean, once again, you got global pressure. Faustin's been in every single game. If that has a big influence, they've got a bit of a better skirmishing comp for the Gus to actually work with. So Greymane and Tychus can definitely collapse on towards that member, and it's going to be a bad time. But I'm going to go for the Lunara. Personally, that pick has always had a bit of a sweet spot in my heart, if you will. So I want to see it. I want to see it do well.
Yeah, definitely. I think a few more players just need to be switched teams and that sort of thing. So forgive us, viewers and friends and whatnot. We're just trying to get things sorted out while we get into this game. So, make sure you get yourself in the draw to win those skins. ! MVP. That's all you have to type to get in the draw. So make sure you get that out of the way. Skimmy's going to type it away in the chat right now. Excuse me. Still got a bit of a cough from the other week. But make sure you get yourself in to the MVP award. You could win yourself a Ladybug and Uber Egg. And you can't go wrong with it. We're going to be giving away stuff every week, so make sure you stick around. We're here every Tuesday starting 7 p.m. Australian time, 9 p.m. in NZ time, which, I think it's only me and Skimmy that live in New Zealand and the whole of New Zealand.
Absolutely.
So you guys won't have to worry about that one. But, of course, we are going to be getting underway here. It's been an exciting day so far, and we thank you for your patience as we're getting things underway here.
Got the wrong members on there. Excuse me. We do put them back into the mix. They are going to have the right teams now. And now we do start the game,
Bless your heart.
Bless.
Yeah, blessings all around.
A few blessings around, keep the people happy. That's what they want to hear. We wait for these two teams to ready up. Looking at the standings, though, it's round 3.
Yep.
And
Round three,
it does seem, if I checked before, to be a close one for a tiebreaker potentially. So we'll have to see how that one pans up based on the result here.
Yeah. Looks like Gaming Gladiators and Dragonninja's yet to pick up a game, so going to be interesting to see this one. Not to put it down on them, in the past weeks, Gaming Gladiators have been a reoccurring team, and they have played fantastically, so I have to prop it to them. And, I'm really expecting big things from them, and it's always exciting to see these teams come back. And it's always exciting to see you viewers come back. I've been loving the feedback as well. If you've got any feedback, anything you want to toss into the chat, make sure you get it out there. We like to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
What shirt are you wearing? What's the weather like outside? Where are you from? I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know any of these things, and we want to find out. So make sure you tell us. But we're getting into the game, Skimmy. Who's on the left-hand side?
On the left-hand side, it is the blue team. It's ETC leading. For the Dragonninjas, it's Moops, it's Hux on Malfurion, Inagon on the Zul, Hiccup is playing Lunara, and then Nick the Mick is on the Wizard, it's Li Ming.
And in the red corner, we have Gaming Gladiators. So we see Zami playing Tychus, Left, Virus on Grey Mane, Delphia playing Kerosene, Whiskey on Falstad, and Coronan on Stitches. So Gaming Gladiators, I think they've actually had quite a tight roster for a while now.
They have been, one of these teams that are trying to lead the front and say, hey, stick together.
Stick together.
Don't roster swap all the time. There's a bit of controversy around that, but I mean, we'll have to see which is the sort of winning formula, so to speak.
Yeah.
Roster Apocalypse seems to be a global trend right now, but here they do. They're going to go and collapse in the mid lane. 5-man Clown Fiesta, as it's coined.
Oh, look at that.
And the
candy cane.
The blind hook. As the shovel comes out.
The candy cane gets that little 10% extra range as well on the hook, when you do toss it out, because it's sticky on the outside. So, and that's, of course, absolute banter, so don't read into that. But you know what? Look at that massive hook coming out, trying to get a wee pick as Coronar's being cheeky there. But all the while, Lunara's taking this look at the top lane. Nice Chaos coming out onto Zemi there. Does tie him up for a wee bit. Entangling Roots coming out as well, so very aggressive. Zemi forced to back off, but no one dying in this re-exchange as of yet.
Yeah, no, they're going to go for the standard lane, and sees Hiccup's already gone for that one. He's actually going to try and deny as many minions as possible. Not going to be the end of the world, but definitely is going to contribute towards his min-maxing abilities. Definitely minions after this change do contribute a lot more to the overall scheme of things. It seems to be that the 1v1 lane is going to be in the bot lane. Actually, Zor gets taken out. Moops looking for the kill on towards Tychus, but he's going to force an early tap.
Yeah, didn't actually see where he got taken. I think it was the mid lane, but I can't be too sure there. But look at this, very aggressive at the top lane, as we predicted. Hiccup, or if people has called him in the past, Hicup. I can't quite remember which one is the correct pronunciation, but I believe it is Hiccup. It is.
So maybe he's actually Kiwi as well.
He's Kiwi as well, so bless his wee heart. That's 3 New Zealanders I know about, including myself and yourself.
Absolutely.
So we're growing by the numbers.
And we're growing into this nighttime phase. There they go. Take out the West. We're going to take out the Seeds too. It looks like going to try and ninja as many as they can. Looks like they're going to go 15 for 15, both left side and right, top and bottom, as they now look to sort of focus their attention. Where do they go? Do they go for the top tier? Do they go for the bot? It looks like right now, but the Game Glad is going to try and collapse into the bottom side.
Wow.
And that was a cheeky little hook attempt.
Cheeky little hook. It's not quite level 16 yet, Pudge. You're not going to be able to... Well, I keep saying Pudge. So used to
too
that.
much Dota, my friends.
Too much Dota, but quite a good game. But we're not going to be harping about that. We love Blizzard too much.
Blizzard Dota.
Blizzard's way better. Let's be honest, and I'll stick with that. But you know what? Hux and all his team, they're sitting around the top lane there. Of course, Gaming Gladiators, they are going to be responding now. 4 members are hovering around, but with Greymane nowhere to be seen. He is soaking the bot lane, but an XP advantage for them. Nice power slide, followed up by an Entangling Roots going out onto Moops. But look at this, Sammy does go down. The minigun duration does end while he ends his life as well. Coronan already using his bite to heal himself up. He does manage to get away, but a slam goes out just before he dies. Li Ming just missing that orb as well. The bow wow wow, quite not enough. Nice wee sidestepping by Delphia, but poison, he may go down. Indeed he does. Left Virus getting taken out as well. No, he doesn't actually. Eat my words, too fast. Very nice plays by both teams there.
And that's exactly what I was talking about during the draft there. You can see the damage comes across, all those poison dots doing absolute work. And as soon as that reset comes across, Nick Namek is absolutely gleaming at that one there. So chuffed. He's really actually looking forward to that one. And well, they've done a great job here on the macro level. They've gone for the first turret on the top side there. They're now going to go for the bottom side. And with a denial like this, it's actually no longer possible for gaming Gladiators. You can see in the bot side there, the seat has closed up. They cannot get a terror in this first rotation. And this is good news for Dragonninja so early on.
Yeah, definitely. But nice and Tangle coming out from that boss. They are going to have to play that one pretty cheeky now as they have to back off. But look at this. Nice power slide hitting 3 members, followed by the Candy Cane hook coming out from Stitches. And Whiskey getting himself a nice wee barrel roll out of there, managing to keep himself alive. But while there is a bit of downtime, Skimmy, why don't we have a quick look over the talents? Is there anything you want to be looking at?
Absolutely. The biggest change really is the insight. Ever since Monk was changing this patch, it's really going to allow you to restore both mana and actually your cooldowns too. So we're going to see a lot of different playstyle come out of the Monk as a result. So look forward to seeing how he diversifies his talent pool as this game goes on and how he actually plays in these team fights in terms of the style about it. But, you know, we've got a Terra available now. They've actually gone for the Knights in the bot lane too, picked up Golems as well. So they're going to try and get as much value out of this as possible. Whilst Fausta picks up the slack, he's going to try and soak top. And they're currently winning the race to 7 despite losing out in that Terra.
Yeah, definitely fantastic plays. We do see the Terra flying up towards the top lane as well. And that's always a scary thing to see at such an early stage of the game. 420 as the game hits off as well. So people are going to be memeing about that one as they goes along. But nice wee pods have been popped. So it does incapacitate Zami for a wee bit. It's going to run down with that sprint. Nice split push by 3 members of Dragonninja. Certainly acting ninja-like. Naruto-like almost as they sit in the bottom lane. Where's Anime in this game? But look at that. That seed's still ticking away at the top. And, you know, being very aggressive with that hard camp on the bot, they got a lot of worth out of that, and also the Terra in the mid lane is about to expire.
Oh, and they might find a kill towards Monk as well. Bit off more than he can chew. Yes, he did. Too aggressive against 3 members, punished and pays the price, taken out for free. And, well, Fausta once again, some sit putting the top lane. He's doing a great job there. Tower is now out of ammo. He's going to look to try and shift the balance in their favor, try and catch up to level 8. The fight is still being pressed in the bot lane. 3 members still there. Looks like Stitch is going to rock up to the fight. Oh, chucks up the hook. It doesn't connect, but they're still looking for more. Moops is collapsing from the right-hand side. They might have got Stitches in a tricky situation, Starving.
Yeah, definitely. And the stun follow-up and the body block coming out from Moops here as they try and establish themselves a kill. But Moops is sub 10%, needs to get out of there. Nice and tangly roots to stop things in their tracks though, and Nick the Mick gonna have to get out there as well. I don't think you blink over that wall though there, friend. He has to be a bit careful. And look at Falstad all the while Skimmy sitting in that top lane and getting that split XP as well.
Yeah, he just doesn't know any other lane in this map. He just has a big focus on that top lane. He's gone and taken both the gates and the towers. Great job by himself. Finally forcing that rotation out by the Dragonninjas, but it's a little too late as the rest of the team are now posturing in the mid lane. Big Bone Prism comes across on towards Left Virus, but the aggression now is switching on towards a Nagon. Delphia jumping into the fold of things, but is it a bait? ETC was going to rock up there,
yeah,
but
definitely.
He's not too keen.
Level 10 is so close here, and they're just looking for all these aggressive plays. There's so many fights breaking out across the map, and look, you can just see how aggressive this playstyle is because all members are converging. So really just trying to wait for this next amount of Garden Terrors to come up so they can get themselves some seeds. And isn't far away, and all players are knowing this as well. So looking like they're trying to get this easy camp, and they do actually spot that out with Lenara as we scout there.
Yeah, so both teams are going to go for the mercenary game. And actually, interesting enough, follow through has been taken by ETC, which was taken pre-patch. Doesn't necessarily predict that he's going to go for the stage dive, but it would be an interesting thought to try and combat what's going to happen. Does go for the standard mosh pit as they do hit level 10 first. Leaping Strike is being picked up as well, as opposed to that Vinewood Lash. So we'll have to see how this fight does develop.
Yeah, definitely going to have to wait and see, but it looks like they are just going to have to back off here. The seeds are about to be picked up, and of course, there is no real level disadvantage, but look at Anagon actually getting hooked there. Zemi is forced to help him out there, but of course they do walk away. Delphia getting a power slid as well, but this actually looks like to be a bad fight. Yeah, Nick the Mick actually getting picked out as Left Virus actually jumps in the back line, and this could be pretty bad. Here comes Whiskey. He's flying in now. Is he going to be going for the Gus? It looks like he could be trying to position for it. He might just get there in time. Is he going to? Unfortunately, he is not. They are not going to cascade on that, and Lenara all the while was just trying to walk around, getting a scout information there. But nonetheless, Leeming did get taken out. Of course, she cannot get away. She blinked away and got firmly taken out.
Yeah, the 1v1 trade there taken out as the ranged assassins do clash and collide, and Left Virus having the better one on that one, and actually has to play it pretty well because the teleport does juke and cancel that go for the throat. So Patience by himself, they're getting that one as he does jump across and take out that Terra in the top side. Both teams swapping out the objectives here, and it's going to be enough this time for Game Gladiators as he's missed that last round to pick it up. But unfortunately, actually, no. Wow. Yeah, I did do the wrong calculations there. Dragonninjas pick up one as well. So 2 Terras are going to be spawning come level 11.
Yeah, definitely. There's 2 seeds cheekily left in the bot lane as well. Well, in the bot Terra, I guess you can say. And while they're waiting for the Terras to come up, they are just going to pick up these easy camps. It's a very nice way to establish more power while you're split pushing as well, as they will have to deal with that Garden Terra and your heroes while you're pushing in that lane. But of course, you are met with a tricky situation where both teams have a Terra at once. How do you respond? Do you respond to the enemy Terra? Do you fight with your Terra? Do you push with your Terra? There's so many things you can do. So going to have to wait and see to what both teams are going to be amounting to here.
I feel as if Game Gladiators, with the playstyle that they have, are going to try and split push with this one, but they've actually decided to chuck Falstead inside the turret itself. So I have to see how that one does play out. Right now, 4 members of the Game Gladiators still looking around. Cronin chucking at these hooks. Unfortunately, the hook accuracy has been rather low this game, so not getting as much value out of that pick as they would like so far, but nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. A hook at any stage of the game can win you the game, so don't discredit it just yet.
Yeah, definitely. Look at this, though, as all the players from the side of Dragonninjas are actually opting to come towards the mid lane here and just be super, super aggressive. Conan actually hooking over. Very nice hook. Actually going to slow down the pressure so hard of Team Dragonninjas as they are getting pushed top as well. So I'm actually liking this play a whole lot. They have dropped it about 30% here, sub 30% now. Sammy and all his team just doing such a great job. Nice hook coming out. Doesn't quite get that one, though, I'm afraid. And the double polymorph there, I'm afraid, as well.
And I can see what the game plan was behind this one as to actually why they chucked Falstead in. He's gone for the split push here. If he needs to, he can just fly away. So great place by himself. And, you know, he's taking this one out quite easily. Nobody's going to go back for the recall. So they finally got 3 members mounting back, but the damage has already been done. He's still putting up the pressure. The plant is still down. There goes the tower itself. They're working on towards the keep. This has forced 4 members to go back, Starving. This is absolutely crucial. And this could be the reason that Game Gladiators now can find advantages in both mid or bot.
Gaming Gladiators have found themselves a lot of opportunities here. They can push through onto that keep as well and manage to get themselves a constant pressure on their top lane as they try and win this game. It's the snowball effect. Conan just missing that hook, and Nagon getting taken so low, though. A nice evade shield to keep him alive as Zemi was punching away, though. So effective against Tychus, and we might actually see another fight break out as all ultimates are up, but we do see Moops taking a lot of damage at the start of the fight. Hux popping his ultimate as well, so they are just going to simply back away from this. Moops being very, very aggressive, and we do see Zemi actually getting caught out to a degree. Lavvirus getting power slid as he is trying to advance onto the ETC, and Hux and Nick the Mick are forced to respond and try and react to this, but wow, look at that, managing to get the pick on the tankiest member of the team as well, and Nick the Mick getting blown up with a gust combo, and all of that damage just went wham, bam, bam, straight on top of the Leeming. Exactly what you need.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see the structural organization of those 2 team formations. It collapsed. It just went to absolute mess, and they found the picks when they needed to. At the very end, now, unfortunately, teleport was missed. The gust was overkill, but it did secure the kill on towards that Leeming target. But they're not finished there, Starving. They've got 14. They've just won a team fight. They're looking for more. There goes the hook. And that's what we're talking about. That's what they needed. They do actually get the leaping strike to come across and might survive for just a little bit longer. Cornen's in the front. He does take out Lunaris. That's another pick for free. And it's a rather bad time too, because now the objective is spawn. It is nighttime.
And remember, friends, if you're seeing any plays, look out for the MVPs. You know what to do. Exclamation mark MVP and toss out the player's name afterwards. But enough about that. Huge plays by Conan there, actually managing to get himself.
Oh, Whiskey flies into the team. Not where you want to be, and 4 members greet you with a death.
Why did the chick across the road to meet the enemy boss and the enemy team and get peeled back?
Get peeled back, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunate there, but massive plays indeed, and level advantage still on the side of the boys in Gaming Gladiators here. So they've been playing pretty well. They will get themselves another tier here. If they respond pretty quickly, they may be able to get a couple of seeds of bot, but nah, it doesn't look like it. It's about 50% at the moment. Will die very shortly. But very, very nice plays by both teams. Managed to get themselves a lot of seeds there.
Yep, so another rotation with 2 teams picking up terrors apiece. This time, actually, see, my predictions are completely wrong this time around.
We don't know anything.
For some reason, I actually can't read a graphic in the bottom of the corner. But regardless of that, the macro play is on point, because now they're going to go for the mercenaries themselves. What was really interesting was the fact that they actually gave up the last terror. All that pressure top, and you know, with that in place, a night camp with the rest of the minions, given the minion changes this patch, are going to do a lot of work regardless if Falstead there or not.
Yeah, it's very hard to see in these early stages of the patch, though, Skimmy. Of course, we haven't completely adjusted to this right now, so we have to wait and see and look at these games that maybe a bit more of a post-tense in the future. But look at this. Whiskey has taken the reins on the Scarlet Terror. Look at the beast that it is, just wailing away on this tower here as they do go for the fort. They do have a lot of time to work with this. Nice power slide going out to 2 members of the Gaming Gladiators to try and slow things down. Of course, the Terror does take reduced CC, though, so he does come out of
the hook.
The hook, the sticky candy cane almost grabs one of the members, and look at this. And Nagon actually almost getting taken out. Lavvirus going so deep on this. He's keen. Shield has gone down, but no luck. Painful to look at, certainly, Skimmy.
Yeah, a couple of ultimates actually burnt there to try and get that kill. There goes the hook on towards ETC to take him out of the fight, because he was looking for a power slide. Doesn't find it, but there it is. There was the open keep. It gets finally taken out there by Whiskey, so That lane is going to constantly be shoved against them, and now they can look to rotate through. The rest of the team are already in position for mid, looking to try and siege in that small little gap, and Mooks, in a position like that, you really want to mosh pit, but he mosh pits the ground. Absolute pure tilt fest on the map. Big hook goes onto Nick Nimic, and the fight is surely to ensue.
This is probably a turnaround here, but look how aggressive they are being. Look at Whiskey as he does go for the 9. Oh, wow. And just getting completely caught off here. He is simply going to go down, but that was a 1-for-1 trade. Going in, Felstad going in for that, and Nice going out into Hiccup as well, and they are going to try and get that kill, but Nice uses their ultimate on the Lanara. They're getting out of Palm's way, and Big Palm as well into Lab Forest as they goes down. Poison Nova coming out from a Nagon, spreading onto 3-4 members of Gaming Gladiators. They simply need to back out of this fight as they have no mana, no reserves. But wow, Coronan being so aggressive with these hooks.
They want more!
Lab Forest turning around, getting himself a kill, and the big trades have been happening. All fight starting with the Felstad and the Malfurion. And look at that, another pick going on the side of Dragonninjas there. Wow, that fight went on for quite some time.
Just your average Hero League game.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just keep fighting because what else would you do? So, interesting plays there. The keep was taken amongst all that chaos. But now the mercenaries are available once again. It looks like that's the play for Dragonninja. They are down a level 16, but up on the talent tiers. They are on the same pegging with that one. Can delay that cap for just a second there, but I mean, Starving.
Yeah.
That Fausted, I mean...
Yeah, that was big.
That was one of your moments where you're thinking, I can gust, I can make a big play.
Who was that player that did that all the time?
James.
MLG. Yeah.
Had the balls of steel, but I mean...
Yeah. He got one of the MVPs one game as well. I think it was like 3 weeks ago.
He did.
Yeah, so big shout out to James.
Talking about that Gust play that happened there, he was so keen. He saw the opportunity. He barrel rolls in. Gust only actually catches one in the end. And instantly the team are like,
as well.
Gone.
He had popped Trank. They got the Malfurion after the Trank pop. So it was actually a really good pick. I just feel like the trade for one for one.
DPS for support.
Yeah,
it's iffy.
It's iffy. It's really iffy, and it's really situational. But look at the range on that hook now, Skimmy. That is a long candy can if I've ever seen.
He's gone fishing, mate.
Yeah, he's going fishing, all right. He's keen on the base, but look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is a big fight going to break out. Look at this big mosh pit coming out. Already connecting with one members, and the Poison Nova already establishing as well. 3 members dropping for the side of Gaming Gladiators, and this is surely going to be a fight for Dragonninjas. Delphia getting chased by Lanari here, dropping over and over. The cat goes over the fiddle, over the moon, something like that. I heard a nursery rhyme like that once. But wow, that was like real life. Big damage.
And I liked how they coordinated that one. They went for the mosh pit with the PvE, quote, mosh pit.
Yeah.
The PvE root came out. They collapsed on top of that. They instantly shredded 2 members. And from then on, it was a dying battle there. So that's exactly what Dragonninjas need to do to recover from losing that keep earlier. And for losing, arguably, that team fight before.
Yeah, definitely. And something I want to talk about as well, just how many shots those catapults got off on the core, because they do hone in.
Yeah, they focus on it now.
Yeah, so if, in other words, if they pick a target like a structure, they aren't going to divert from that target. So that's going to change things up, definitely. But wow, what a couple of big fights here, Skimmy. That has been turning around back and forth all game. But here come the members back for the side of Gaming Gladiators here. They'll be able to fight soon. Looks like Dragonninjas picked themselves up another Terror. So they're back up to 155
and this is
phenomenal.
Really, really good for them. This is almost like the equivalent of losing 50 coins, for example, on Blackheart's Bay. The momentum is being shifted absolutely huge. And with this one here, they can afford to go straight down the mid lane, look to pick up a keep with 5 members healthy. They're winning the race to level 20 as a result, taking out these structures. They want that keep. And if this one falls down, well, they have another terror rating in the base.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, every time you pick up one of these terrors as well as it proceeds into the late game, you're going to get stronger and stronger. But look at that nice Divine Palm onto Coronar and keeping him alive there. And here comes the turret. That is just going to get instantly taken out. A bit of a missed position there. Look at that hook coming out to the backside onto Moops, and Delphia getting taken very low as well as Lanara going into the front lines. Delphia going to be topped up nice and quickly though. But wow, they have been so aggressive with the Lanara, and the Divine Palm simply on point there, Skimmy.
Yeah, coming in at the right time, doing the job that it needed to do, but the damage has already been done structurally. There goes the keep in the mid lane. So 2 keeps are down on this map right now, and it's a case of, well, you need to hit level 20 on the side of Game Gladiators and look to try and win a decisive fight.
Yeah, speaking of that, actually, Skimmy, you can have a quick look at the keep of the blue team, their Dragonninjas. This is just consistently being pressured and obviously going to be quite an annoyance. So what they're going to do to combat that, Skimmy, is they're going to pick up that easy camp at the top, maybe try and push it up a wee bit. And if they can get that top 4 on the side of Gaming Gladiators, it's going to be very, very good for them. But of course, you know, level 20 being picked up now for the side of Dragonninjas.
I definitely feel like the next point of siege for Dragonninjas is going to be that top lane, so they can try and even out what is happening for them right now. But you can see the golems pushing through mid. They got cannons too. They got another Terra, as we mentioned before.
Yeah.
Where do they decide to go for this? They're currently posturing in the bot lane because they can see GG hanging around there as well. And if they win a decisive fight off this, given it's only 19 minutes in, it's still enough for them to actually run for the core.
It's very scary. You need to be careful about what you commit to in this sort of situation here, because, of course, if you lose a team fight in this sort of situation, you may lose the game as a whole. But look at that. Coronan's still going for these hooks. Of course, someone had a mention before, any hook you don't take is a hook you miss. So he's trying to take as many hooks as he can, and Nagon's already taking a lot of damage in that Terra, though they are going to be pushing through. And of course, Moops is going to be looking for those big ETC mosh pits. All ultimates are off cooldown now, and Coronar going again for one of those big old hooks.
He tries to keep going for these hooks, but they're just not being too impactful. It's very hit and miss at this stage, and you've got to have a lot of faith in this pick, otherwise it's a dead pick. So
yeah.
Right now, it's not paying out for them, but he's going to have to keep playing off those cooldowns and look for them when they do come up again. There goes the hook! God, doesn't connect again. Painful action happening here as another keep. Looks like it's about to drop.
Oh, wow. Two-man mosh pit already kicking things off and Disintegrate being popped by Li Ming. Already getting yourself a reset and a Mighty Gust coming through as well. Left fire is surely going to get taken out, separated from his team. But wow, they are just getting caught out in these big wombo combo style, and that is definitely GG, Skimmy. Their calls are coming up from both teams as well. Amazing game from Dragonninjas. Li Ming proving to be so strong in the later stages of the game. And wow, what a game. So that is game 3 of the Gamestah Week 6 Ember Series. And what a game that was. So if you've got any MVP predictions or any opinions there, toss them out in chat. If you're not in the raffle yet, this is your last chance.
Yes, your last chance, because we were at the grand final right after this quick break. But yeah, for sure, make sure you follow the stream. ! MVP, enter, then who you thought was the best player. We're going to be drawing 2 Ladybug and Nubarak skins after the break. And they are thanks kindly to Blizzard ANZ. So back over to you, Kitfox, just as we discuss the MVP itself.
What a cracking game so far, boys. That has to be one of the games of the Ember Series that we've seen so far. And a shout out to all the brand new viewers that we have in Twitch as well. If you love what you see and you want to get involved, we do run this tournament weekly, so you can get your team together and then sign up for the Gamestah Heroes of the Storm Ember Series. We're into week 7 next week. We had a little bit of a delay last week, but boys, what an absolute cracker of a game. We saw the Moops just absolutely fail one of those mosh pits hard, but he actually played quite a good game after that. I mean, there's a few, the Twitch chat seems to be nominating him for MVP. What do you guys think of that?
You want to go first this time?
I will. No, good point that you mentioned. I mean, the mosh did completely whiff. I think there's no other way to really describe it, but from then on, he definitely found some great moments to pop it. My eyes were solely going to be looking towards the Lunara as well as the Li Ming, as I thought they were the crutch towards the success. If they don't actually have any impact on the game, it doesn't matter how well ETC can play. He's not going to have any impact. My eyes were solely on that Li Ming. You can see there from a damage perspective, the resets were coming fast and thick when they needed to be. So, especially in my eyes, MVP would have to go for that.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say as well, harp on about the Lunara. I really liked how she picked up. As always, as well, you see Lunara's picking up the wrong ultimate for the situation quite often. I really think that Leap was quite useful there. You saw it being really useful in the later stages of the game. But I think the viewers, I'm looking at the comments, people are loving Moops. And even though we did see a couple of bad mosh pits here and there, like the one how he got gusted away and it popped post of that, I still got to say Moops was, for me, MVP. So I think, as long as everyone agrees, MVP Moops.
MVP Moops, indeed. So judgment has been made. I will agree. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you can't go wrong with a good tank. So, congratulations, ETC. Played by Moops, of course, as you will then go into the draw to win yourselves a Rig 500 HD headset made by our friends over at Plantronics. And that draw will be done at the end of July. But stay tuned, guys. Grand final will be coming up after the break as we pass you, and skins, as we pass you back to Kitfox.
That's right, boys. I do believe we have to sort out a tie first. So once we've done that, we'll get into the grand final. But yes, 2 Ladybug and Nubarak skins are on offer tonight, thanks to Blizzard ANZ. And once again, you can get involved with that exclamation mark MVP. We've been harping on about it all night. Get yourself involved. It's only open to followers of the channel, unfortunately. It doesn't cost you a thing, though. You can click in the bottom left-hand corner. We love you. You love us. Get a chance to win yourself a Ladybug Anubarak skin tonight. We'll be back very, very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for more Gamestar Heroes of the Storm Ember Series.